Hi, this is Janet Wakeland with RemarkablyCreated.com and the Remarkable Stampers. Today I want to share with you probably one of my favorite tips for using my digital studio and one of my favorite ways to use it. And that's combining the custom feature along with the basic photo editing feature to create photos that are just perfect for your scrapbook layouts. If you've ever worked with what are called scrap mats or sketches of scrapbook layouts, a lot of times they will give you the size of the photo to create just the look that they're conveying. And many times what will happen is when you go to your photos, you won't have a photo that's the right size, or it's not black and white, or it's a landscape instead of portrait. And so you can't quite achieve the same look that you're going for that you saw in that scrap mat or that layout, or just that's going on in your head that you want to create. And so with this custom sizing feature and with our photo editing feature in my digital studio, you're no longer going to have that problem. And so for me, just these two features alone make my digital studio worth its investment. So we're going to click on custom because for the page that I have today on my blog post, I needed two 3x5 photos. So we're going to type in 3x5 and I'm going to do inches. You can do pixels if there's other things that you want to create, Facebook timelines and such, but we are working on a photo. So we're going to click that, create project, blog photo. Okay, and what it's going to do is it's going to create, as you can see by the ruler here on the top and on the left, a 3x5 work surface for me. I'm going to open up in the Design Center, our Photo Design Center. I'm going to click on Photo Box and I'm just going to fill the work surface with a photo box. And then over here, click on Photos. It will take you to your photo files. You'll just browse through your computer to find your files of photos. And we're going to open that. And let's come down here to church and I'm going to just bring that photo in. One of the reasons why, and you may have heard this on previous videos, that I do love this feature is because the originals are left untouched in the folder that you dragged it from. That means that I'll have these photos available for additional scrapbooking uses later and in its original format. For this photo, I'm changing it to black and white, so I definitely want to save it with its pretty Christmas colors. But for the project that I'm working on, I wanted it to be black and white. So there you go. I've got that one. I needed two photos, so we're going to insert duplicate page. It's just a quick and easy time-saving tool. And it's saving the first one as it duplicates it and adds a second one. And all I'm going to do is we'll delete that photo and let's bring in the second church picture. And when you first bring in a picture, it gives you some very basic editing in terms of zooming, in terms of rotating. So you have some very basic editing features that are there. And then within the photo program, you have the ability to matte, to add a shadow, a drop shadow behind your photo. You have another box for cropping if you want to crop some more. You can nudge it over just a little bit, remove red eyes. Again, more the zoom in and zoom out. You can rotate it. You can change the opacity. Maybe you're going to want to set this as a background photo on your scrapbook page. And then you have photo effects, black and white, as you've seen me working with, but then you have sepia blues. You can brighten your photo. Here's where I talked about you can have it facing left versus right. You can mirror it. Could also mirror it up and down depending on what it is that you're working with. You can blur it and soften it a little bit. You can sharpen it, negative, all those kinds of different things. So we're going to hit cancel and let's just go back and make this black and white. Okay. You also have the ability to change the shape of the photo. When you start with a rectangle, it will change it to ovals. When you start with squares, it will change it to circles. And then I can also recolor it. So maybe I wanted it to be in a custom color from Stampin' Up's palette. I can go ahead and I can recolor it. Now we'll recolor it in monochromatic tones. I can't go in and change just the color of Greg's jacket. So I can do that. Now what I want to do is I want to print. And I find that if I want to maintain the 3x5 sizing, what works for me is to print directly from the work surface. So I'm going to save this. And then it's going to bring up the print menu for me. And I'll show you what that looks like. So here, this is the print options, and this is printing directly to my printer. It's recognizing my printer, so you're going to tell it which printer you want to print from. I only want one copy. Again, you're going to tell it whether you're working in what your orientation is, whether you want to scale to fit. I want actual fit, and then I want to double check the image size that it's recognizing it as 3x5. But now in the interest of saving paper, there are some more options. Okay, the number of images per page. I created 2 in that spread, and so now I want to print both of them. Okay, and so now when I go down here and hit print, it's going to print a sheet that looks just like that, and my photos are going to be 3x5. Again, if you're somebody who wants to save your paper a little bit more, you can move it to the top. And now you have this paper that you could reprint again, or if you're printing something else on cardstock or whatever. So you have some different options, but this is where I print from, and then I have my photos to work with on my paper. So hopefully you've seen the benefits and the features of combining the custom sizing feature with the My Digital Design Center just for creating photos for traditional scrapbooking alone. It's a great investment. It's not always just for those beautiful digital designs that you're seeing. It has uses far and beyond that. So hopefully you'll have a little bit of fun with your next scrapbook sketch and My Digital Studio combined. Have a great day, and God bless.